you know where to go?
No.
Having driven our HiAce four-wheel drive across Australia to test a new 48-volt system being developed by Egon,
2,000 watts, 2,700 watts.
then Heiner drove it from Melbourne via Sydney to Brisbane. This then is the ongoing story of the real-world testing of the HiAce 4x4 platform as an Overlander explorer, which includes a run from here in Brisbane all the way across Australia to our homes in Perth.
On the corrugations, it was phenomenal on corrugation.
We believe that this project marks a huge leap ahead in the idea of an urban van as a true off-road overlander, but also a revolution in 48 volts, a product that simplifies it so much that it can be put into the hands of everybody. You're going to need seatbelts for this one. It's a bumpy ride. It is a revolution in DC power distribution. Do not let these calm scenes in a shopping mall deceive you. I've chosen to start this video because things can't get much lower than this. Well, Heiner's not here at this very moment because he was in the crapper. I was just saying that things can't get much worse. We're in Brisbane on Sunday morning. We're about to start our adventure. All the shops are closed. Everything is closed. We can't get into our accommodation. So we've got all our bags on shopping trolleys in a mall. And we both hate malls.
Hate malls, but on the plus side, my shopping cruiser is equipped with the state-of-the-art off-road suspension. You know, I've been really nervous about this trip. There's so many first things happening on this trip. First time to install the 48-volt hub. First time to install a suspension that's brand new. And then we're gonna take all of that to drive 5,500 kilometers through the red center of Australia.
And we're going to start by pushing our kit through the mall.
Of all places.
It's a big deal, this. There's so much that could go wrong. But you know, we're just so full of confidence that everything's going to go right. What about the 48-volt hub? It's the very, very first one. And it's got to survive 6,000 miles of varied terrain. And it's the very, very first one.
Never ever been fit. I've never fitted that before.
No,
So
nobody in the world has.
It's not tested in any sort of way, and we're very far away from our home, so we're relying on this van to drive because that will take us home.
The interior of the van is not equipped for camping, but that's not going to stop us buying some creature comforts. We have ample AC current at our disposal because we have a long drive ahead of us.
Let's buy appliances so we can use 240 volt as much as possible. Induction cooker for $54. Or do you feel more like a two-station buffet or non-stick grill plate? We can do pizza as well with all the energy we've got available.
Oh, it's just the two of us. We just need one. Get that thing. Does it work on induction?
That works on induction.
There you go.
But something for boiling water would be good for spaghetti and stuff like that.
Gonna do what?
Sandwich press.
Okay, good. Electric blanket. It's going to be extremely cold in the desert. Absolutely freezing. I have no intention of freezing myself.
Yeah, it is going to be cold, but use a thin oil heater. Powers that. Godspeed, guys.
Godspeed, guys. Gonna go and see the van for the first time. Haven't seen it yet. I've seen one picture, one photograph of the van with the new converter on it. seeing it for the first time. Quite excited.
I'm really excited about it. I mean, the pictures that we saw you could hardly see anything about it.
Yeah.
So I'm got no clue what it looks like with the roof.
Is that our Uber?
Yes, that is our Uber.
Okay.
Our Uber will take us from our lodging to Bus 4x4, a company responsible for the four-wheel drive conversion of the HiAce, where they will fit the suspension that we have imported. It's been made especially for us, and update the four-wheel drive conversion to the very latest iteration of the conversion.
What do you reckon? Look at that. Look at that.
But look at that, that is the Headspace roof conversion for HiAce. It's the very first production unit.
Look at the inside.
What now will the engineers at Bus 4x4 make of the suspension components that we have received?
Can't wait to see these things installed in there.
I think they're going to look great.
Yeah.
Nice efficient.
Mining application, that's 100%.
That's perfect. That works well for the customers who are using those type of applications. So it's good to be able to offer an option. Hey, they look great.
Right?
How good's that? They're fantastic.
Our job in the next week is to
How
provide
different
a
is this week?
performance appraisal of the new shock absorbers.
It's a different beast, isn't it?
Yeah, so you got adjustable spring perch as well,
Yes.
and then the top ball.
Yeah, so you should be able to adjust that from the engine bay.
Wow. Okay. Oh, and damping at the top.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So,
And
very cool.
for us,
We won't be needing this. That normally gets.
yeah, I was hoping that we
Removed?
can just cut that off.
We don't use that either. So you can adjust your preload, and then you can adjust your height.
Well, that looks promising. He certainly is interested in it and enthusiastic, and that's a major hurdle overcome because these were made especially for us by a specialist suspension manufacturer in another country, speaking a different language. That itself was a challenge. By the looks of it, they got it right.
It's a strong story as well because we'll be doing 5,500 kilometers to quite remote places. You know, all under the umbrella of what could possibly go wrong.
Which gives us today to sort out a whole lot of other things. But of course, the first thing we want to get to is the Headspace Camper roof conversion.
Nice to be back in the van.
Oh, so nice. And Ollie asked me about the carpet and he said, we can either do it grey or we can do it black. And I went, I'm not sure. What do you want to showcase? And he said, I think the black looks really good.
The black is nice. We can put all our. We can.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, and I do like that because we've got timber on the inside now and there should be carpet in the tent because I think it's nicer. Plus, you don't get as much condensation dripping on you that way.
Yeah. For the first time, drum roll, corny drum roll. Let's open the roof.
I've got no idea how to open this. I can't open that from the inside because there's timber roof in the way. So I think you do that. Behold the second story.
God, look at that. That's brilliant.
All right. Open the inside. Okay, push that all the way up. Do the main one first. Main one needs to go up first.
There's stuff on the wall. That's cool.
Ah, okay.
There's locks here. I can operate them from underneath.
Interesting.
To the bottom. Okay. I'll have to ask Ollie about that. Oh, but, oh, that's a huge amount of space that way, because look, I can. That's actually quite smart. Yeah, there is so much room in here. I'll probably install a trampoline.
Let me guess, some of you are saying, well, why didn't you do certain things in certain ways? I'm going to try and guess what questions you might be asking. For example, why did we hinge it at the back? Troop carriers and similar conversions, we of course hinge at the front and move up the back, and then we climb in through the back, or obviously inside, but by the back of the vehicle. But think about it, like Troopy, you get into it from the inside, but here you get into it from this area inside here. And the rationale behind that is that the back door on a troop carrier, you access your whole living area, and the kitchen is at the side. Here, you access, and your living area is here. This area here in the van replaces that area in a troop carrier at the back. So this is the living area. So if I want to climb up into the tent, logically, the easiest way to do that is to climb in from here. That is the reason why it was hinged at the back and not at the front. And with this design, the cooking area is going to be here and here. And the living area here. And what makes this different from every other camper conversion done to a van? This is the only one that we know of, and there probably are others in North America, where the bed can be taken out of the way. So the bed is not part of the living area around the vehicle and in the vehicle. It's separate, it's away, it's gone, it's only there when you need it, just like troop carrier. It means that all of the interior space can be used for living, not sleeping. Most van conversions are a combination. Well, that bit for sleeping and this bit for living. Here, it's not big enough for that. We wanted to keep it, I mean, the whole point of HiAce being a good off-roader is that we didn't make the super long wheelbase. We didn't buy the one really, really high, because the high one, you can't stand up in it. Here, you can stand up in the living area once the roof is open. So you can stand up, you have the volume, and most critically, the bed that takes up so much space, not part of the living area. I think it's important to note that this is the prototype. This is the first production model, and some of the finishings need a bit of polishing, but they did mention it to us before delivering it, and I can see what they're talking about.
This is a production prototype.
It's a production prototype. But a concept, I think it is, first impressions, it's absolutely brilliant.
The quality of the tent is sensational. I've always been a big fan of the Bush Company tents, and I thought they really set the standard, but this is on par, if not better, than the Bush Company tents that they make. And that means a lot when I say that. This is, I think, also sitting here now, later on, you know, this is some really good storage for when this is open and you're using it. You can throw all sorts of things up the top here. And when you're driving, the front bit here, this is still tent. So it means that you've got extra storage when the roof is closed, where you can put things right here.
Yeah.
And you can still get to it even though the tent is closed. Plus you can open the, you know, we didn't know that before, but when you flip this down, you can push the tent up from the inside. And when that seat is swiveled, you know, this will be the chill out area, and then you can walk around here. And because it's so such a steep angle, all of this is usable. So our interior will probably end somewhere here, but you can move around everywhere here. Now this is going to be an area with the fridge where you can do some cooking on the inside if you need to. Clothes will be somewhat here.
One thing I did notice when driving here, much quieter.
Yes.
Much quieter inside. This
Yes.
is just dead and it's killed all of that cave-like sound you get in the back of the van.
Well, it took,
Killed
it took the drum away.
All of it.
Because all of that, even
Yep.
though there was roof lining,
Yep.
there was probably nothing under that roof lining.
All right, let me get up. You know what is very important to me with these builds is that you need a chill out area during the day. So on this, you've actually got many options. Obviously here, if that's flat down, you've got a chill out area because this extends out, okay. You've also got up here, chill, very nice chill out area right here. The cushion needs to be put in the middle. Chill out area. I can admire the bonnet, and if I'm on a beach, even the sea. And that. So, okay, I need a strap here. Ollie, I need a strap to pull this down. Need to do that. All right, so what you do is actually don't pull it down. What you do is he's done it from the top and bottom. Smart, very smart. Okay, that's clever. All right, so now this comes down. Ta-da! Can I get up? Can I actually get up without a step? I can, because there's okay, it's a bit difficult to get up. All right, very cool. I might want a different fabric for my mattress. You know, this is so much bigger than Troopy, the bed. It's so much bigger. And because of the angle, you actually would sleep with your head this side, not that side. So you're not going to have a problem with pillows falling down. Man, it's good, isn't it? Look at that.
It's fantastic.
Wow.
And look, you got red light in the tent, upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah. Whoa. Little reading lights. How to do interior tent lights properly. Like that.
And you've got fans built in.
And I've got these in my, there you go. Ta-da. There you go, nice and cool. My Troopy's got these fans as well. They're nice little fans. And they're not, you know why they're nice? Is because you can put them on a very low setting. I'm a very light sleeper, so you can't hear them. You just have this bit of moving air. That's how to do an interior of a rooftop tent. That. Totally impressed. Totally impressed. Few refinements. Actually, hardly any. Eh?
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
The makers of this conversion, Headspace Campers, has also come up with an alternative design to the opening, hinging at the front. And it's a pretty smart idea because it means that differing ideas of installation layouts in the HiAce can be accommodated.
The chances of surviving an off-road trip with this, how it is at the moment, are very low. And just in case the vehicle survives, our bags definitely won't. I'll show you why. Because the bump stop here has got almost no room in between the chassis and the bump stop. So as soon as we hit something as big as a tablespoon at the moment, we hit the bump stops. Like a stick is enough to hit the bump stops. That on corrugations might very well damage the chassis of the vehicle. So we had to find something really quickly we can lift the vehicle up a little bit more, because with the tent on it, with the bar work on it, with the stuff that we put into the interior already, the factory springs that are in here aren't cutting it anymore. So we did the unthinkable and we went to Iron Man, because they are the only people that make heavy duty springs, at least that we know of, what we could find in a hurry. And we did get some medium duty, unfortunately not heavy duty springs. These are for 300 kilograms constant load rating, got bushes for them as well. We hope that they are better than the factory springs. At this stage, we don't know. We hope that from that much in between the bump stops and the chassis, we can at least get to that much. That would be okay. That would pull us through. So there's another problem with the van. If you look at the back, there's a mud flap missing. But we found a rubbish bin. And look, there's mud flaps here, and I think, yep, we're gonna have 4 mud flaps.
Now we'll leave the other one as it is.
This is now a Ford HiAce.
Chuck him in the back. I knew Iron Man was good for something.
Turns out it's Ford mud flaps that they're really good at. Okay.
Stop looking at the dumpster longingly.
The day turned out to be extremely useful, time well spent, but really we couldn't hold back our excitement and the concern about the suspension. Would it fit and would it work?
I think we should do a cutaway now to what we're seeing, this fascinating scene. Really beautiful Brisbane out of the front windscreen. Isn't that stunning? There, folks, there's Brisbane for you. Pretty cool, eh? Fact is, Brisbane is one of the most beautiful cities in Australia.
This is its
It
butt end.
is-
And it's not a pretty butt.
And this is the butt end of Brisbane, and it's not even a pretty butt end. But it's a beautiful city, really. The CBD, the river frontage and everything, it's beautiful.
That is fairly the comparison between that bit and that bit in here, because that will give us the stability.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
We'll get a location.
Just cut it big enough with a hole saw or something that.
I'm gonna have to go get those original nuts. Hold it there for a sec, Aaron.
This day is quite typical for me. It's part of my job. When I'm building a vehicle, I'll spend some time in a workshop and have the things, not that I'm supervising, but I'm documenting. Here's a little bit different, because what we've fitted now are trial products. They've never been fitted before. So this is bus 4x4 helping me out. It's not a bus 4x4 product. Okay, it might become one day, but it's not now. They're just being very generous in helping us get this perfect. But the day for me is quite long and tedious, because it's a lot of waiting around and then a lot of excitement, and a great deal of excitement when something never done before works first time. tea break for the team. You know what's amazing about this build is that it's been so educational. There's so much to learn because everything is so new. We've never done it before. G'day, hello there.
You're sitting in my chair.
Well, I'm using it.
Get the fuck off. So what you've got now is you've just got a longer travel in the shock absorber. You've got more travel in through your...
Yeah, but it's not really going to go up much higher.
No, it'll go up a little bit more, maybe, but not as heavy.
Not
that
too
will depend on the rebound on the spring, on how heavy the springs are.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
That is day one completed at Bus 4x4. The most difficult part was to get the front struts in, and would they fit? Would they work? And to set the right height. We have lots of flexibility with the system. The guys got it. They were just 10 millimeters out and a lot of guesswork. So it works. We obviously haven't driven it yet. That's for tomorrow. Tomorrow we do the rear springs. We're going to put on some mud guards and a few other little bits and pieces. And by the end of tomorrow, we should be out of here.
Different way is a good idea.
We have returned to Bus 4x4. In our absence, they've completed the front suspension installation, set up the heights for the springs and dampers, and it all worked well. Everything fitted. Now it's a chance of the rear suspension. Fitting the Ironman 300 kilogram constant springs. But we are concerned that they also will not be sufficient to carry the load. Even the load now that doesn't have a fully equipped camping system installed.
I think the clearance that we will gain from the heavier load springs will be somewhere in between this length and this length. Roughly. Give or take.
But most exciting are the shock absorbers. These ones were made up especially for us, according to our design criteria. They're the only ones in existence, and our job is to fit them and test them and report back.
You can see how good the old shocks are. Oh, yep. They're gone. Let's try that again. There's not a lot left there.
That is really surprising. These shocks only have 8,000 kilometers on them.
This is on a medium setting. I think they will still do some work. The old ones aren't doing anything at all. Did you guys set the stiffness on these already? Okay. Then I didn't stuff it up.
They are a separate reservoir design with cooling fins. They should provide excellent damping with heavy loads, corrugations, and tough off-road use.
It's lunchtime. What do you reckon? How do you reckon progress?
Different than we thought, but I think it's better than we thought because we're getting a fair few upgrades done to the Bus 4x4 system that they've done over the last 2 years that weren't part of the build when it was done for us. So I think it's really valuable and really good that we get these upgrades made. Parts of that is that there are now brackets and rubbers that protect the side here, also to the back. So this really finishes off the whole wheel arch. Since everything's higher now, the wheel arch comes down a little bit more. And then also on this side here, we've got these new brackets here to hold the sway bar links on it. See, there's a protection bit here in front, and they've also become a little bit stronger. So that is something that Bus 4x4 has added or changed in the last 2 years. So at the moment, they're doing all these upgrades of things that they've found out in the last years where they improved on their product. So we're extremely grateful for that. Also part of it is to get mud flaps onto the back. We didn't have proper mud flaps anymore after the bar was put on. So Bus 4x4 has just modified their mud flaps to fit on the rear bar. It takes a bit longer, but it also means I've now only got one day, Thursday, to do the 48 volt conversion to the hub. So it's gonna be a long day. And then we have to pack and shop. And I think it'll be a spot landing to leave on a camping trip on Saturday. But it will be tight. It will be very tight.
Moment of truth time. What will the ride height be? Wow, it's close to perfect. Good job, guys. One last thing, the wheel alignment needs doing before taking it on a test drive. The initial drive will be done by one of the bus 4x4 engineers.
Good sign. Dead ahead, dead ahead. Yep.
Talkative chap, isn't he?
Well, good morning to you. This is actually why we came all this way. Today. I mean, apart from all of the other stuff was fun and interesting and everything, but this now is why we're here. And it, of course, features that lot there, and using that lot there, we'll be fitting that there. That is the first Egon DC0Hub 48 volts, and it replaces, well, point at all of the things that it replaces, Heiner.
These wiring connections, that fuse box, that external relay wiring, that bus bar here, that shunt there, and this fuse box here. That's very hard to open now. That's all the big MIDI fuses in there. Really well placed, I can't get to it. And also most of the cables that you can see, because the cables are to interconnect all these external bits and pieces together, and that is all done on a circuit board now, rather than with wires on a board.
Right.
So I'm gonna start unscrewing and labeling everything, and then I'm gonna redesign this whole panel. And ideally, by 3-4 o'clock this afternoon, I'll be done. Let's go.
In the next programme, subscribe, tell YouTube that you'd like to watch next week's show by clicking that little notifications bell. Things don't go smoothly, and then things don't go a little less smoothly still. I told you it was going to be a bumpy ride. See you next time.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's a living thing.
I'm nervous.